Yeah, sometimes like small children, then they are coming and saying, "Sam, we are doing really well," and we are betting, and
I want to be someone like you in the future. People do that, right?
Yeah.
Little kids,
and like that, something like that.
What about you?
Yeah, I feel really.
I want to play 100 like you.
Yeah, many of them said to me they liked that inning, and I was really proud of it.
Well, we at Good Morning Sri Lanka, I want to reinforce the fact that you want to say something, no? No, right? That we are extremely proud to have interviewed you all. It's been a blast, and it's been a learning experience for me as well, to gauge the fact that it's not about giving up, it's about giving your best whatever happens. It is a game. You win, you lose. That's how it is. But I think that level of confidence, a level of commitment, and that level of faith that you have is what makes you true winners. So thank you so much, and all the best for the future games. All right?
Thank you so much. Thank you very much.
Well, Good Morning Sri Lanka continues after the break as well. It's www.facebook.com/Good Morning Sri Lanka if you want to hit a like on our Facebook page as well, and join YouTube as well for the latest developments, and we'll be sharing whatever you need. And as I said before, on Facebook you can post whatever you want to, and then we will consider playing it on the show for you. We'll be back.
Welcome back to Good Morning Sri Lanka. In case you just tuned in, we are highlighting the Battle of the Blues here. Just in case you just tuned in, Banu was actually speaking to a couple of them, and I've got a new set of guests of the same cricket team. Just to introduce you to our boys on the studio, we have Shamin the Dice, who is a batsman, and we have Devin Patnanathan, who is a bowler. Good morning. And we have Randiv Patarana, who is a batsman and an all-rounder. And Harit Samarsinga, a bowler. Good morning to you all. And we also have Mr. MTA Ralph, who is the senior games master. And you're here instead of MIC of the first Ceylon cricket team, Mr. EGM Karuna. I have really huge problem mentioning Sri Lankan names, unfortunately, so forgive me. Alright, so good morning to you boys. Thank you so much for being on the show here. Alright, let's start with the match that's just around the corner, just a couple of days away, which is the consecutive match that you all are looking forward to. Now we have two freshers here. We have Randiv and of course Shaminder. Now boys, I wanted to speak to you two first. This is your first time playing this match. How does it feel for you to be playing in something that's been having consecutively every year with the longest history? How does it feel, Shaminder? Let's start with you.
Yeah, there's a lot of history going behind the Royal Thomian, and it's definitely a privilege to represent college at the Royal Thomian.
That's awesome, man. Alright, and you, Randiv? How do you feel about this?
Yeah, it's been a dream. I mean, as any schoolboy coming to school from grade 1, it's been playing for a Royal Thomian is like the biggest goal.
Right.
So it feels good.
Nice, man. That's good to hear. Alright, so Mr. Ralph, I wanted to speak to you now. Shaminder just mentioned about the history. Obviously, the hardcore fans of the Royal Thomian matches, they know about the history, but for the people that are watching now, let's just refresh their memory. Tell us a bit about this. This is the 135th year this is happening. So tell us a bit about what's going on here.
So in the world history, there is another big match in the longest one is the Eton and Harrow.
Right.
That was the Second World War. According to the history, it has stopped. We couldn't debate the uninterrupted longest first inter-school big matches, Royal and St. Thomas's, in the Battle of the Blues, which is the cradle of the Sri Lanka. In other way, we can say the cradle of the Sri Lanka cricket.
Right.
So, I feel the people who battled at whatever the venue for the Royal Thomian have come up to the level, Sri Lankan level, and produced so many cricketers for the nation.
Right. So now, just to make it clear, this match has been played, if I'm correct, since 1879?
1880 is the interboy. 1879, there were 2 staff members who played it.
Right.
So due to that, the 1880s counted from the inter-school boys tournament.
Okay.
Therefore, that's what it's the 135th. So we are proud to these boys. I think proud to be here. next to me is Devin Padmanathan, last year's skipper.
Right.
He made a record. It's after 23 years. We won the both version, the 3-day big match as well as the limited over version.
Right.
One at the same year. We have won the limited over for the last few years consecutively.
Right.
But the big match was the 3-day match was won on 2006. After 2013, we won the both legs. So that was created another history.
Right.
So likewise, Royal boys are getting
They're getting their
ready for
blood
the
pumping
next
for this.
another.
Now this, like, obviously this is a huge part of our Sri Lankan culture. Every single time this comes around, you see the flags going around in vans, trucks, buses. You see your flag. Now this is obviously pumping you up to. It's kind of making. Do you ever feel nervous when you see like all this hype about your game, the game that you will be playing in? Would you ever feel that way? Let's start with you, Harriet.
I'm Harriet.
Yeah, Harriet. Because, yeah, of course I know who Harriet is.
Obviously, it's a great atmosphere.
Yeah.
We all feel really excited and really proud to represent college. So we are up for it.
Right. All right. So now let's get to Devin. Now Ralph keeps pointing at you every single time he's talking. Now you've been playing for 5 years, if I'm correct.
Yeah, this is my 5th year.
This is your 5th year. Now let's start from year one when you first started. Is it the same feeling that with our freshers sitting down right now? Did you go through that same feeling?
Yeah, definitely I went through the same feeling. Yeah, it was a dream come true as a fresher when I first played.
Mm-hmm.
And since then I played on, and this is my 5th year.
Right.
It's a totally different, it's a big experience for me.
Right.
And you feel more confident going into the big match. But the hype and the big match atmosphere has been there, and I'm looking forward to it.
Right. You're looking forward to it. Now, you said you were obviously nervous the first time you played. Now you've been playing it for, now this is your 5th year, do you still get that same feeling when it's just around the corner, like, oh God, everyone's going to be there, they're going to be watching?
Yeah, that feeling is always there, but it's not as much as it was in the first year.
Mm-hmm.
But I think every single player gains it through experience, so that's
right.
what
now Banu previously, before you boys came in, he was speaking about the preparations that you Royalists take when it comes to the season. Let's talk about how intense your training was. It still is, it's just around the corner. Does it gradually become more intense when you're closing into the final few days of the match?
Yeah, as it is like we started playing matches in September.
Right.
We've been training since July.
Okay.
So we had a lot of fitness sessions and training, hard training. So that's what helps us to maintain our fitness when it comes to big match.
Right.
And during the last few weeks and coming up to the big match, we've been training well as a squad, and we've been training hard. And at the moment, the team is gelling well and preparing for the big match. So I think we are confident of a victory this year.
Right. So all round as a team, you've all been working together, and that's splendid. That's good to hear. But now as individuals, when it comes to, each of you have specific roles in the team, obviously. Now you as a bowler, when you go home, do you have like a special time for yourself to kind of practice how to bowl, or just keep working the bowling system that you have?
Yeah, I just when I go home, I had practices.
Okay, no. Now everyone practices as a team on the grounds, but do you have any special alone time that you have whenever you go home, like to practice for yourself? No?
No, that's nothing special.
Like I practice on my own at times.
Yeah.
And but mostly as a team, and we all have our roles. So that's fine.
Right. All right. Now, Shamin, as a batsman, let's speak about as a batsman. How often would you train?
As in with the team, it's
alone, because now it seems like Devin has kind of pointed out as a team you do practice obviously together and really well, but as an individual,
like Devin said, we go through a really tough schedule. So it's about balancing with our studies and school life as well. So we don't have much time to practice on our own, because we have matches on Fridays and practice on up to Wednesday.
Right.
So it's time on our own is not much, but it's purely with the team on normal practice days.
Right. Okay. Now let's go back into the big match. Now this is something that everyone wants to hear about. What do you feel? Randip, let's speak to you because you seem like the quiet one. This fella is just sitting there, like looking away whenever I look at him. All right. So for you, when it comes to practicing, how do you feel like whenever you play with the team and also by yourself? How do these practice sessions kind of make you a better player? Would you say?
Yeah, like Shaminder said, we don't get much time to practice on our own because most of the time it's as a unit. It's just individual. We go to the nets, like us, like as batsmen, we go and hit some shots or do something individually, but it's always with the team. And once in a while you get a call from Devin saying he wants to go and practice because he's always there at school. So yeah, that's the only time, say, a few guys can't practice, but otherwise it's always as a team.
Great. Ralph, now I'd like to hear about the Old Boys Union. How they've been helping out with these with the matches.
There's as a team they are very united, but in fact I must mention that the St. Thomas's also we can't underdog. They can treat us underdogs. They are a very good side.
Of course,
they are coming with this thing. So even though we won the last match both version, this time we have a big challenge.
Right.
So we are going to face it. I think as a team they have get prepared. With under leadership of the coach, able coach Mr. Dilip Somaran, train the guide them properly. I think we are going to yet create another history.
Oh, nice. So the hype is still building up. Now, I want to hear about I need to hear some stories, boys, because I hear, when you boys were walking, I heard a lot of stories. Some of you might have got injured, maybe, during practice sessions, some funny stories. Let's hear about these. Go. I think Hart is the one smiling here, so he might know something. Let's hear this.
A lot of funny stories that happen. So yeah, we have fun during practices. During practice we get injured, so we have all got through injuries and stuff. There's nothing important to point out as funny stories which had happened. Yes.
Yeah, because the Tomians might hear about these injuries. We don't want them to know about this, now do we? Alright, now this is a gentleman's game, and has it ever, now this might come off a bit strong from my side, but is there ever a rivalry between the two schools? Between your cricket matches, whenever you play, is there a rivalry? I mean, obviously it's a gentleman's game, you shake hands at the end of it, you shake hands at the start, but is there something more than that? Go.
Of course there's rivalry, but it's always friendly.
Good.
Because like I said, history. They just always made sure that Royal is Royal with St. Thomas's. And there's a saying, Royal is not Royal without St. Thomas's, and St. Thomas is not St. Thomas without Royal.
Makes sense.
So 135 years, rich history. Obviously there's rivalry, of course, but it's always friendly.
Right. Now, for the freshers out there, for you two, how does it feel to be superstars of your school now? Now since you're on the cricket team that every single boy watches. They come there and watch. Even the girls come and watch, by the way. So how does it feel to be like everyone's eye focused on you while you're playing matches now?
It's obviously a lot of pressure as well. At the same time, with the excitement, there's a lot of pressure because we're not used to handling so much. But at the same time, I think we should take advantage of that and just make the best out of it.
Now you're not only a good batsman, but you're also an all-rounder.
Yeah.
If I'm correct. Would you say your training would be more intense because you do focus on all parts of the game? Would you say they train you even more harder?
I wouldn't say that because I think practice we bat. I think even the bowlers still get a chance to bat, so it's the same thing all around. You bowl and bat. But yeah, doing both is a bit tough, but I mean everyone does it.
Right. Now throughout the years of Royal been playing with the Thomians, have you picked up what is bad, that you have some bad sectors of your game whenever you play with them? Have you picked up on these little things to improve your game in this year?
But this is the first time I'm facing the Thomians.
That's right. That was a trick question, you see. I wanted to see, he was like, yeah, I know. But no, let's speak to Devin here. All right, Devin, what do you think? Have you really found out what the core elements, what's really bad about your game, and you